the Memphis Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Here comes the option.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Now on the option. There he goes. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He'll pitch it.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Toss to the left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The Falcons will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They're able to put a stop to that return. Yard line.
And your Memphis Tigers will take over. 1st and 10.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did there throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
Snagged in the middle, it's Bell. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Unleashes one. A strike downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
He'll do it himself. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, and getting the quarterback on the ground.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. App State went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that 4th quarter. total destruction by the Mountaineers in a statement win if there ever was one. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in the Fun Belt, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Try to get it to the edge. Got a little space. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. For young men who are going to make their living protecting the skies, they can cover some ground, too.
There's no doubt, and they're going to cover the ground and be on the ground, stay on the ground, and be very successful. That's what they want to do with this running attack.
And the Falcons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll ride his man on the option. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. Won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
He'll toss it. Gets it past the marker. There he goes. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it now first and goal.
Really nice read that time by the quarterback in the option. He had the ball out on the perimeter. He saw his pitch guy open. Nobody accounting for him. So you flip it to him quickly. Nice, accurate pitch out in front of him. Easy catch. And then he's able to do the rest. Look at the speed that time on the perimeter by the pitchman, picking up a massive gain for this offense.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Well, obviously a really nice play by the defense there stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
On the option. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
We've reached the break, and Memphis is holding on to the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run the option. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Falcons.
Nice job on 3rd and goal. You know what's coming. I know what's coming. The physicality, the offensive line doing a great job, and the fullback gets the handoff right up the gut, takes it downhill, uses his power, and falls into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. To the air on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Francis. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They go right back to it. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the 1st down.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Keeps looking downfield. Got a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And that inside linebacker showing you the speed and the recognition. He saw a gap and saw a crease and a free path to the quarterback, and woo, he took it.
Now the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That brings him to within 1. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Air Force.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Goes to the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Facing a 3rd down and short from the 26. The option look. He'll pull it on the read. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And the offense on that option play, they're just thinking we're going to use our speed to our advantage, and we're just going to outflank you easily and pick up this 1st down on 3rd and short. But how about the defense? Everybody's staying home. You saw the speed and their ability to get outside and get a stop, now setting up 4th down.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They put up a couple of field goals so far, but now looking for a way to take a drive all the way to the end zone. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He stopped just inches away from the 1st down, but boy, can he buy time and strike fear into the heart of a defense. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. That is just gorgeous. Knocks it out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Here comes the Air Force offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Motion from the wide receiver. Buys just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
On the option. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
Makes it past the marker. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Falcons with the 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. They'll power it inside with the fullback. A 3-yard pickup gets it out to the 28. It's 2nd and 7. On the option. Picks up the first down. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Motion from the back. Toss to the outside. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Quarterback keeper. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. If they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Now on the move. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And it's really tough in that 4th and medium range because you're still thinking pass defensively, and they're late reacting to the run. How about the play call to be able to call the run with confidence, execute it? Nice job by the offense getting the 4th down conversion. First down, new set of downs.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Conrad. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Falcons in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Grab near the marker. It's McNeil. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the lead.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got it in the middle. It's Conrad. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Air Force.
And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll try to bend in a 37-yarder. Field goal is good. Now up by 4 here in the third quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say, this has been a fun watch so far in Memphis. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've set the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
Got enough for the first down and wants more. He rumbles out to the 39-yard line before he's steered out of bounds. The Falcons have it with a 1st and 10. Here comes the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Got his man quickly. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
And the Falcons look to keep this drive humming. They'll send the back in motion. They try to get it outside on the left. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense.
Breaks into the open. He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. The Falcons pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Big fullback's got it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Now on the option. Now the toss. Powers forward but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. They're in makeable field goal range, but on fourth down with this deficit, they'll leave the offense on the field. A run for the quarterback. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. 4th and 1 is one thing, but 4th and 2, sometimes the coaches sort of chicken out at the last minute. Not this time. They go for it and they get it.
I don't disagree. Just that 1 yard does make me think a little bit more. But, dude, I'm going for this. I work on this every single week in practice. I know I get the extra down now, so my third down calls are even different. 4th and 2, I like the aggressiveness to go get it.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Sends it back in motion. On the option. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Air Force. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes.
He's going to throw deep right side. He's got it on the outside. They get him down on the play, and this big-armed sophomore is not afraid to show off the gun.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Quickly out to the tight end. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
Nice job by the defense there on 3rd and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up 4th.
Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Alabama is on the short side of things right now, but like the days of Tua and Devontae Smith in the 2018 title game, do not rule out a comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to UAB.
Now the pitch.
It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have SEC fans buzzing all week. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And his running backs had all kinds of success. Now we're getting later in the game. We got to make sure we get some stops, get the ball back to our offense.
That's caught. It's Lindsey. At the 45 on his way. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Oh, no, the ball popped out. Offense scoops it up and still going.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion, like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Goes to the option. Quarterback on the keeper. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wants to go up top. Throws to the back. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Leaves it with the back. Got some room to run. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Gives it on the option. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Offense trying to keep them off balance on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game, and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on 4th down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field.
On to kick it away.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And this fullback is just dependable, and he's versatile. He's not just a guy that can block. He can catch the ball, and like you saw right there, you can hand it off to him, and he can generate you explosive plays.
The option look. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Falcons come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll toss it to the left. Oh, he's got some space. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
And right there you see the key to this football team's success. Not just offensively, they rip off explosive plays. That's why they've been winning games here as of
under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Falcons with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. On the option. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. On the option. Got enough for the first. Nice job to keep it himself, find the first down marker, and move the chains for this offense.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
They'll run the option. The pitch. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? The lead gets bigger here in the 4th quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Working the middle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to pass on second down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that.
Got it in stride inside the 20. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The snap sets up to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it for a touchdown, so hold on a second. They're not dead yet. In fact, they're suddenly feeling much better.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays. And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Give to the fullback. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And the thing I like about giving it to the fullback right away, it hits downhill right now. Very little chance for a ball handling mishap. No fumbles. He secures the football, wraps it up, falls forward, and usually gets positive yards.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And they're kind of going to their closer now, right? Like they give it to the physical guy that gets downhill, north-south, right away, hard to tackle, falls forward, paving holes, and this is a good opportunity for this offense to keep pounding and try to run that clock out.
Really nice job using the jet sweep that time. And you see how all the defenders in the inside of the box were frozen in the backfield, and it was too late. The ball was already outside. The speed of the wide receiver getting there, and he's almost able to get the first down.
They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time